Hello everyone, my name is Oscar, and I'm here today to introduce to you a model that incorporates technology into education and that does it effectively and efficiently. So our demographic here at our school at Cristo Rey Jesuit, we focus on students of limited economic resources, and our goal is to help them succeed in college and lead their communities as compassionate, committed, and competent men and women for others, for the greater glory of God. So we make sure that we hit all the points, right, spiritually, mentally, and we try our best that when our students leave our schools, that they're not only ready to get to and through college, but as they grow into the professional field, they are leaders in their communities and are always looking to help others. And right now, with the current climate on technology and integrating technology in education, we're in a great path to making sure that we meet all the needs of our students by incorporating technology. Our current condition tells us that 61% of our teachers find that technology is important in their classroom. 28% of teachers find that technology is important in their classroom, but they don't use it every day. And then 9% of our teachers say that technology is important, but it's not necessary in their classroom. And this was a survey. These are results from a survey that I sent out to our teachers this past school year, and just to get information on how and they use technology and how important it is to them. And some teachers are using technology, digital tools like Nearpod, Khan Academy, Kahoot, Delta Math, Google applications to meet the needs of their students, especially as this past year we were we were pushed and encouraged to use technology efficiently and effectively. Our current plan with our teachers is we do provide them with digital tools like surfaces and projector that they connect, and teachers can manage the classroom, right, walk the room and perimeter the entire classroom, but it doesn't go any further than that. So excuse me, how effective is technology and digital tools being applied? And when I think about that question, I think about what is the best model that can be applied for our teachers. Well, let me introduce you to the TPACK model. TPACK stands for Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge, and it is a framework that is designed to facilitate teachers' understanding about how to use technology to support students' learning. And the TPACK model is broken down into 7 sections. We first have your technological knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and content knowledge respectively, and each of those sections merge to become the TPACK model. Now, research has provided evidence that teachers' instructional strategy is to implement the TPACK model. So how can we go ahead and find data by using the TPACK model, and how can we go ahead and see how effective it is in our classroom? And we've noticed that how this benefits teachers who understand TPACK can apply appropriate technology to teach content with appropriate pedagogy, so that they go hand in hand. When it comes to using technology effectively, we have to think about how we are using it in our classroom and how is it changing the lives of our students. And students, they'll also get to learn how to use technology in an educational setting. This past year I had students who, of course, they know how to use technology. They practically grown up in the era where technology is easily accessible. Computers are in almost every home, whether if it's a cell phone or a game system or a laptop with Wi-Fi. But when it comes to using technology in an educational setting, that is where there's some gaps and discrepancies. So this will benefit students in using technology in an educational setting, which can also translate to a professional setting. So when we look at the TPACK model, it is used as a way to represent what teachers need to know about technology and how it's designed authentic activities and lessons that incorporate technological knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and content knowledge to provide students with the utmost experience. So let me go over each section, right? We have technological knowledge, which is the understanding of technology and how to apply it to reach goals of our students in the classroom. And it's just knowing which digital tools to use in our classroom and per subjects, right? You might not use the same digital tools that you use for reading for math. So you have to know which digital tools work best for your classroom as a content specialist. Pedagogical knowledge is understanding how students learn and how to make them feel confident with classroom management skills and curriculum building. So this is just knowing the ins and outs of how to teach and how to teach effectively, such as just building your curriculum, assessing and reporting data, and how to promote learning and the links among assessment and pedagogy. And then there's content knowledge, and this is just the teacher's knowledge about the content and how to teach it. So how can teachers, how do they know how to teach their subject? What's the best practice? What's the best way to teach it? Even thinking about the questions that students will ask. And this is very important for TPACK because each of these components can merge together and we can mix them together. We can have a technological content knowledge, which according to the TPACK website is an understanding of the manner in which technology and content influences and constrains one another. Then we have the technological pedagogical knowledge, which according to the TPACK website is an understanding of how teaching and learning can change when particular technologies are used in particular ways. And then there is the pedagogical content knowledge, which according to the TPACK website is consistent with and similar to the knowledge of pedagogy that is applicable to the teacher's teaching of specific content. So when you mix all of those together, you get TPACK, which each component of the TPACK model can be mastered one by one and combined with one another to ultimately have an instructional model that incorporates technology effectively. So with the TPACK model, the goal is to incorporate technology effectively, but also having a focus on pedagogy and content, and having respect on the weight that each of those sections have. So that's why I appreciate TPACK so much, because it still respects the content and the pedagogy in a classroom setting. Now, this is not going to happen overnight. Teachers are gonna have opportunities to practice the TPACK model, to have conversations with teachers, and have some sort of guidance. And with that comes our professional learning communities. This can be between grade levels or departments, and it will help foster a better understanding of implementing TPACK. Now, these professional learning communities can be implemented in our daily schedule when teachers have their grade level meetings or their department meetings, or even during office hour times in our schedule. How can we ensure that teachers are comfortable with TPACK? We will provide professional development courses that provide collaboration and authentic examples, so teachers can have conversations about TPACK. Teachers can ask questions to specialists and have some guidance in the types of conversations to have when it comes to incorporating TPACK into an instructional setting. This also provides incentive for faculty and staff that are considered experts on applying TPACK. We can have some teachers, some department heads take a professional development course during the summer, become experts on TPACK. It's gonna take a lot of conversation, a lot of time, a lot of application of the model, but I feel that this can incentivize faculty and staff to become experts and bring what they know to the school. And of course, there could be a stipend for being an expert in TPACK. Resources for students and teachers. We will be applying for funding that can provide teachers with resources and tools to apply TPACK, and students will be offered a higher level of digital tools. So these resources can come just as websites or digital tools, digital resources, digital libraries that allow them to find these types of resources specifically for their classes. The benefits for students: this involves higher order thinking, and student involvement in the design process should be promoted by enabling the students to express their perception of the learning environment to teachers and designers. So students will be we will communicate to our students that we are implementing a new model and that their feedback is important to us, because we want to see if us as educators, we're doing something right, or if we're doing something wrong, right? How can we fix what we're doing? How can we fix how can we fix the way that we're implementing this model? And the way that we're going to communicate to teachers and parents, teachers will be told about this, the plans to incorporate TPACK during the previous school year, but the model and preparation will not start until near the end of the school year, and TPACK model will be implemented the following year. Parents will also be offered an opportunity at an inside look into the TPACK model and its progress during PTO or PTA meetings. So we will definitely keep our parents in the loop, because we want them to know what's going on with their children's learning. And I hope that this definitely brings forth a positive change in the learning style of our students, because technology is changing. The way that our students, the way that they learn is changing, and so we need to be able to incorporate that effectively and comfortably so that we can meet their needs. Thank you so much for stopping by my presentation. I hope that you were inspired. I hope that you were moved to see the importance of incorporating a model like the technological, pedagogical, content knowledge model. Thank you so much for your time. Have a blessed day.